Let me show you how to navigate a CodeCity. As a preliminary step before an exploration task, it is critical to have a good overview of your system. That is why in real life we often prefer to consult a map before engaging in the exploration of a big city that we do not know. In CodeCity there are two overview perspectives, which allow you to see the entire system. The first one is called the isometric perspective, because it shows the CodeCity as seen from a helicopter cruising around the city. This is also the default perspective, the one that you get by opening a CodeCity of a system. The second one is the top-down perspective, which shows you the city from above, and this alternative perspective allows you to get a clear overview of the city's structure. You can switch at any time between the two complementary perspectives. Once you started exploring the city, achieving a vantage point over the part of the system that you are currently focusing on is crucial. In CodeCity you have quite a number of basic navigational features, such as looking around, moving around, or orbiting. You can combine the effect of these basic movements to obtain the vantage point that you are looking for. Now let's take each of these basic movements one by one. Looking around is done with the arrow keys. You can look to the left or to the right, or you can look up or down. As you see, hitting an arrow key makes the side point move by a fixed step, which by default is fairly large. To move by a smaller step, keep the Shift key pressed. This fine-tuning can be applied to any of the navigational movements. Moving forward is similar in effect to a zoom in, and it is done with the W key. Moving backward is the opposite movement, and it is similar to a zoom out. This movement can be achieved with the S key. Moving to the left can be done with the A key, while moving to the right with the D key. All these movements can be done with the fine steps too, by keeping the Shift key pressed. Finally, there are two types of movement along an orbit. The horizontal orbit is done by keeping the Control key pressed and hitting the left or right arrow keys. This movement allows you to look at the city from different angles. For a finer step, also add the Shift key pressed. The vertical orbiting is done by keeping the Control key pressed and hitting the up or down arrow keys. Orbiting towards the ground allows you to admire the skyline of your CodeCity, while orbiting up allows you to move up to the point in which you reach the top of the city, as in the top-down perspective. Again, here you can also use the Shift to make finer steps. Finally, in the case that during the exploration you lose orientation and you don't really know where the city disappeared, all you need to do is to hit the isometric perspective button, which also resets the perspective, and you are back on track. This was the support for navigation in CodeCity. You can consult the key mappings from the help menu.